Welcome, Balls and Brews. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, people at home.
Back, Miss Kailee Lane.
Thank you for having me. Happy to be back, filling in big shoes for Big Trev today. Cheers.
That's not bad. I like that.
Easy Lift by our friends over at Great Notion, Portland, Oregon. 6.3. It is a West Coast IPA, but it's nicer on the palate.
It doesn't quite. It's not as bitey as some of the other West Coast.
Bitey. Oh, that's a good
like
description. Yeah, it's less bitey.
Less bitey.
It's more of a nibbler.
The can's pretty cool too, dude.
It is.
Homeboy driving a forklift. But if you look at him, look it up on Instagram and X. He's got some hairy ass arms.
Sure.
He's like a
gorilla.
Well,
I think he's a Sasquatch.
That's what I was going for. He's
That's
a Sasquatch driving a forklift.
There it is. That makes sense in the Northwest for sure.
This is a great drink, 6.3%. Easy to drink.
Thank you. Yeah, I would say for its percentage, which is basically right where all West Coast IPAs land, right?
He's got dubs on his forklift too. They're gold dubs. You see that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a really cool can. There's dice and stuff. Check out the can. This is like a really cool
Good
can.
color. I like the color.
Yeah, yellow. Poppin', right? Grab you.
We went to this brewery in Portland, a great, beautiful brewery, wonderful outdoor patio.
How was the food?
Delicious. We got some flatbreads.
Okay, love it.
On point.
Well, I always ask because I think that some breweries go too far. We've talked about this a bunch on pod.
Where you try to turn it into a gastropub.
Yeah, instead of just doing give me some pretzel with cheese, give me sandwiches, give me burgers. I don't need fancy dancy food at a brewery. I just want a beer and brewery food, even though Sierra Nevada was super fancy and it was super fucking good. But most of them, when they get too fancy, aren't good.
I agree, but I want some beer cheese with that.
Right. That's a big thing. That's a big thing on Downey's list.
That's why what's it called pissed me off so bad, because their beer cheese tasted like zilch.
When it tastes like nothing is the worst.
Well,
at least give me some sort of flavor.
The whole meal tasted like that, honestly.
That's unfortunate. Under-seasoned, basically, is what you're telling me?
Yeah, that was, what's it called? The Brasserie.
Oh, Brasserie St. James?
Yes. It was the whole meal was very under-seasoned.
I'm going to hold my tongue because I don't want to talk a lot of shit, but I'm underwhelmed by them traditionally.
Me too. I've been there once, and I don't know if I'll ever go back if I'm picking.
Okay.
But anybody have anything else new this week? I didn't have that this week. That was long. We've bitched about that a couple times.
No, yeah. I've been laying off of the brewskis pretty much. I had a couple with the boys yesterday for week 1. We'll get into that here shortly. We do want to give another cheers though here real quick, right? Do we want to give?
Yeah, I mean, I've woken up, for the past I don't know how many ever years, even at home, but moved out, and we always turned on college football,
game,
especially when we moved out because we got up to watch it. But for so many years, we've turned it on, and Lee Corso has been the dude at the table with Herb Street, with Fowler, with all the guys. Howard switched, Fowler switched at one point because it was what's his name for a while, but they both switched at one point. But you've had all those guys on there. Reese Davis. Thank you, Charlie. Wow. So he's been just a figure, and last one got it right. Pulling the Buckeye head, which that was disappointing, but whatever. The last one with Lee Corso. So cheers, Lee. Thanks for being there for
30 plus years, basically. Homeboy was 90. He went way into his age.
Looked good yesterday too, with the black tie.
Head on that Tux.
Tux.
He first did that pick in 1996, and he picked Ohio. And so it was a full circle moment. He came back and picked Ohio again. His record was 286, 144.
Yeah, that's
basically 600, right?
So, yeah.
That's almost 2/3. So it feels like
Reese was on DP. I'm pretty sure it was Reese. Who's doing the U.S. Open?
Oh, I have no idea. I've not watched it, to be fair.
It's either
you're talking about the tennis?
Yeah,
US
it's either
Open?
Fowler or Reese. One of them's doing it. Well, they came on DP, and they've known DP for years.
Sure.
So they were talking about Lee Corso, and he told the story of that. So
the first time he had the mascot.
They've been trying to get the head. Nobody really lets him touch the stuff. They begged, they pleaded, they pleaded. They finally got it. Ohio State was hella nervous that something was going to happen. He put it on. The reception they got from the crowd when Lee Corso put that first head on, boom. And then after that, at colleges all started kind of letting people start touching the mascot head, and then it was every college. But for a while, they had a lot of pushback on that stuff. Like, it was like, you can't really touch the mascot head, so it was a really good story.
At some point, college athletics had principles. We no longer have those. We just have the NIL and just mercenaries and free reign.
I think the
shout out to Lee Corso.
The NIL, which we don't love the way it's run.
Exactly,
but
that's the
it's
problem.
made college football, and we're going to get into it in week 1. It's made college football even.
You think even is the word you're going to use?
It's spread out the talent.
It does kind of allow guys who would be buried in depth charts to go to different schools.
And it's raised all those other schools up. But yeah, big old Lee, shout out to him.
It's just, it won't be, it'll be a little changeover, man. It won't be the same without you to start, for sure not. But
not so fast, my friend.
He brought some excitement that college football needs and loves.
Well, then him and the guest pickers, like the other thing is too, the guest pickers wanted to come on and like be with Lee and have like Lee either tell him not so fast, my friend, and then you had guys that like when Lee wouldn't pick their team, they'd like trying to kind of fight Lee
they
and
get all
do
boo
different
on him.
Yeah. So it's been a good run. It's definitely one of my favorite wake up shows to watch. I still watch it here and there, not as much as I used to, but yeah. Thanks, Lee.
Shout out to you, man. Yeah. So, other big news before we get into
huge news.
Jerry fumbled the bag per usual after giving Dak way too much money one year and then giving CD almost way too much money the following year in offseason contracts. They traded Micah Parsons for 2 firsts and Kenny Clark. So, I mean, that's not bad return, but for that player, he's made four Pro Bowls in 4 years. He's had 12-plus sacks in every year he's been in the league.
Only one other person's done it.
Reggie White, man. Shout out to
arguably the greatest defensive player ever.
Him or Lawrence Taylor. Most people lean Lawrence Taylor, but
I would say you could start putting Aaron Donald in that list at one point.
Too short of a career. He's so good, but too short. He only played 9 years.
Yeah, I still think he can. He's not touching Reggie or Lawrence, but he's up at the next tier.
For sure. But to that point, they traded him. Now the Packers are saying they are all in because they also gave him a 4-year, $188 million contract right after the trade.
They've done
sign and trade.
That franchise has done something they've never done before.
Twice in the same year, in the same offseason.
Taking a receiver in the first round and taking a trade that's that big. The magnitude of that trade, I think. You put him on the other side of Rashawn Gary. Gary's already a good pass rusher. Now you have just given them 2 dudes that can have a chance to both go 12 to 15.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to double Parsons. Okay, Gary's just going to have a field day. You have all that other young talent that they've drafted on that defense. So if all that comes together, their cornerbacks, I would say, are probably the shaky part of that defense at this point.
Agreed.
But Micah Parsons adds so much. He takes away from it. Now you have one less second to throw the ball because he's coming down your throat. Like, it helps your cornerback room by having a linebacker.
Absolutely.
/D end that can do what he does on top of having another guy on the other side in Gary.
Yes, 1,000,000%.
And then, at this point, do you just say, fuck it? Let's trade CD. Let's fucking, so you're going to get 2 first rounds next year, 2 first rounds a year. You still have to hit on both those.
Of course.
And unless you suck, you're probably not getting another shot at Micah. And you're going to trade up? Is this where you trade up to get the quarterback?
26 years old. The fact that they didn't give him a contract is crazy. It is. Like, it doesn't make sense.
When you signed a Dak compared to a Micah, that is unbelievable. Micah's here. Dak is Dak is 13 to 14, 15 in your quarterback range. You have a defensive end that's easily top 5.
Yeah.
Pass rusher, edge.
He can also play pretty decent in coverage. He's really not a bad off the ball linebacker. Well,
because remember he came in as kind of that Jalen Walker where you kind of blitz and were off ball. So and then he just became such a good blitzer.
I don't like it. I mean,
why don't you like it?
I like it for. I guess I don't like it for either team, to be fair, because the Packers are saying. I mean, I guess the win now move is never bad, but
you just solidified. You have.
You better hope so.
But you have the dude now because you're allowed in the NFL. If you look at the way teams can win, you're allowed a couple defensive guys max contract, a quarterback, and like a receiver.
Right.
So right now you have your defensive guy. You have Love. So now
he's got to take a step forward.
Well, I think he's not going to be hurt. Well, he's not hurt. Remember last year he got hurt week 1 against Philly, and that kind of, I don't ever think I said it. Golden's got to be the dude, which we're still not sure about, but I think it's huge.
I did draft him though.
I know. We'll talk about that off pod.
Fancy.
Dude, fucking Trevor being behind me made me think so much harder, and he took dudes, and I was like, dude, if I take this guy, he's gonna take this guy. Trev, me and him think too much alike to be back to back like that. I was like, motherfucker, he's gonna take this guy. I'm planning on going here and here, and he did, and I was like, dude, he's gonna do it, and he did it every time. Every time I knew what he was gonna do, he did it. I knew you were taking. At one point, you took a running back, and I was like, Chuck's gonna take
Marion?
No, Jones from Minnesota. I was like,
Aaron Jones?
I was like, dude, he might follow me. I was like, no way he's falling. Chuck's going to be the dude that snags him.
I had to take that guy there. He was the only true RB1 left. Like, I still think Jordan Mason's going to get some touches from him. I think that he had a 1,000-yard year last year. He's a little older, but he was finally healthy. I don't know. I didn't think it was a bad pick in like the 8th round or 9th round or whatever.
Yeah, but Trev thinks too much like me to be near me.
Well, he sits next to you in this pod. Why do you think I feel like it's 2-1 half the goddamn time?
Dude, me and him are on the same wavelength the whole
kisses.
time.
I love your sports takes.
I only wink at you, Charlie.
Yeah, fuck you.
I only wink at you, Charlie.
There's one bomb for you down
Little
here.
fun with numbers. Packers get Reggie White. Brett Favre wins the Super Bowl at age 27. Packers get Charles Woodson. Aaron Rodgers wins the Super Bowl at age 27.
What is Jordan
Packers
27.
get Micah Parsons. Jordan Love turns 27 this year.
Here we go now.
I do not want a Packers Super Bowl. I'll put that on the record right now.
I do.
But she's putting on wax.
I'm super rooting for
As
it.
a Bears fan, for sure
Cannot.
I am rooting for a Packers Super Bowl. All right, let's jump into week 1. It was
Week 1 college football. No, Big Noon was terribly boring.
The best game might have been the blowout of Alabama.
Yeah,
honestly,
correct. That was the best game.
Let's start, I guess, with the one that a lot of defense.
If that's what you want to call it, I call it lack of offense. The defense wasn't bad.
I think it was lack of offense all weekend.
Exactly.
It looked like every team that had a new quarterback looked awful.
This is the point I want to bring up to how I was thinking about it, is now are the schedule makers going to have to rethink the way that they do week 1? Because these teams didn't look ready to play each other. If you got 1v3 in the playoff with Ohio State versus Texas in 4 months, when they've played a lot of football, when they're, I don't know. I got them coming right out of the chutes cold, trying to play,
I agree.
Oh my goodness.
I think that there should be a rule that this is what you should have to do. I don't think you should be able to play McNeese State. USC plays can't find a freaking door university and they throw up 73.
Then we need to find the middle ground of not playing not playing a national championship week 1.
Nevada's the lowest you can go. I like them playing. I praise LSU and Clemson for playing. I like the Ohio State, Texas. That loss isn't going to hurt either of them if they go out and just keep winning, which both teams should do.
But I want good product on the field.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I felt
good.
like I got robbed yesterday.
Well, I thought
the hype up here, the delivery was schmeh. Like
even the Clemson game, the receivers
17-10.
Let's stick with Texas for a second.
Okay.
You have 2 fourth and goals inside the 10, and you don't get either of them. Me and Chuck are field goal dudes.
We were saying the same thing at Bullies, man.
You put yourself in contention for that. I know in the first drive, you're 4th and 2 from the 43-yard line, and you don't get it. So first drive, I understand it. At that point, stop trying to pull it out and show how big it is. Punt the ball inside the 5-yard line, and let's start playing field position at the beginning of the game. One of my concerns with Arch going into this season was accuracy, because in the times when he came into games for Ewers, you kind of saw the arm talent, you saw the legs, but the accuracy wasn't there. 30% off throws. That's not good.
I hated how much
it wasn't like guys were dropping balls. It was the fact that he was very inaccurate. And I thought the play calling was very, like, let's protect him. If he's the dude, let's open it the fuck up.
You are taking the words right out of my mouth. That is, I don't like how much they ran him. They ran like several QB powers along with several QB sneaks. They put him in harm's way repetitively. And even though the first handful of drives, their pass blocking was elite. They had a great front. And he just was throwing checkdowns.
Right.
Swing passes. He threw one ball outside the numbers 20 yards downfield, and it was into double coverage. The corner snuck right up underneath and could have picked it off. Like, it was, he didn't throw, he did not start off his year well. No, he did not.
He was nervous.
He probably.
He
did look better.
These boys are nervous. They're coming out.
He looked better in the second half.
Yeah. Shook off a little of those nerves.
Yeah, see?
Part of that, I think, is the coaching. You're not setting these guys up to succeed. On the Ohio State-wise, yes, that defensive lead, that offense is not going to be good.
I think it also shows the difference between the way a game is coached by Ryan Day versus the way a game is coached by Steve Sarkisian. That Steve, he did nothing. He did nothing to try to unlock that offense. He just banged the drum, and it didn't work. Whereas Ryan Day is one of those coaches that will change his
actually, the receiver,
what's
his name? Brian Hartline. Remember the receiver from the Dolphins? He's the OC. He calls plays. Ryan Day does not call plays.
Okay, well, that's probably for the better then. But, I mean, either way, I don't like what Sark did yesterday at all.
I don't either.
It was painful to watch.
And I also don't think that Ohio State's offense is going to be very good all year. They're going to have to win a lot of these games.
Williams, you better find your fucking hands, or not Williams, Smith. Yeah, no, Williams had some troubles in Alabama as well. But no, yeah. But no, it was Jeremiah Smith was,
and that's kind of the whole thing. There was a lot of drops throughout every game. We're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Clemson a little bit. We're going to talk about Bama. There was a lot of drops.
Don't piss and moan and then drop the fucking ball. Jeremiah Smith was out there making all of these during the first couple of drives, and then he threw him the rock, and he dropped 2 out of his first 3 passes.
You know,
so
also you got all these people that are like, for years now, not for years, for last year and this year have been blowing him, and he's got to be listening to it. Best player in college football.
It's got to get your head, especially I think he's 20 years old, and 20 years old.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, looking where he's running and not paying attention to the catch. He did that 3 or 4 times.
Unacceptable, brother.
Also,
what we say about drops?
What do we say about it?
Drops kill drives.
Drops kills drives.
It's a drive killer.
Drive killer.
Especially when especially if you're a running team. You ran the ball 2 of the 3 downs, and the next down is a drop. You're not getting any momentum for the quarterback. You're not getting any momentum for the offense. You're not able to pick plays. Most of these offensive coordinators are calling plays to run other plays.
Sure, set up plays for sure.
So when you're dropping balls, that play didn't work. Okay, can we do whatever off of that? The other thing is that quarterback for Ohio State, that throw that he made where that kid made a great catch.
Yes.
That ball was fucking 10 yards underthrown for a ball that was only 30 yards downfield. I could fucking throw it farther than that.
You think he underthrew that by that much? I don't think it was by that much. It was a great catch.
I think it was 10 yards.
You're talking about his touchdown, right?
Because Tate had to stop and then jump over the dude and catch it behind the dude.
He didn't have to moss him. No, it wasn't a full moss.
He went behind his back to catch it.
I don't think it was that much.
He was 5 yards in front of him.
I had a couple Bloody Marys.
He was 5 yards in front of him.
Incorrectly.
He was 5 yards in front of that DB. That was the best play
of the game. That's what I was about to say. That was the one moment where we hoorah'd for a little bit, and then it settled back down. 14-7, unacceptable. Pathetic. Unacceptable, dude. The over/under was 47.5.
Yeah.
Next game
is we're going to mention
upset.
A cover real quick. UNR, baby. Shout out to our boys. Come on. Yeah. We scored 11 goddamn points in Penn State. Yep. You're welcome. Yeah, that's more than Texas scored. That's more than Texas scored against number 3.
Yeah, but when did the Penn State team come off the field?
No, never.
No, I'm talking.
Oh, the starters?
Yeah.
Oh, like mid-third.
Yeah, exactly. So we got 11 points and
we had 3 against the starters. Correct. Hey, look, you take wins where you can get win, and we covered. We were a 45.5 point dog, and we covered. All right. So
I still wonder, and I've been saying this for years. I think the other kid should start. I've said it for 2 years now. He's a better thrower of the ball. Not Purdy.
Obviously behind him,
the other kid,
Chubba Preston Purdy.
He ran the ball a bunch. He didn't have any yards throwing. I just don't know what kind of a thrower he is of the football.
That's what you need at quarterback. I'm sorry, a good runner is great and all, but you've got to be able to toss that rock.
I've always been a way bigger fan of AJ Bianco. I thought he's been a better thrower for years now. He's kind of been the backup for a couple years. I thought he should have started last year. I don't know.
Well, go write UNR an email. They'll listen.
Yeah, they ain't listening to me.
They'll listen just like the
A
Raiders
lot of people
do.
should
just
listen
to
to me.
GM Downey, yeah.
Well, they should. People should listen
Let's
to
go.
Chuck.
I mean,
Killing
you've had some fairly good takes. You've had some shit takes, and you've had some
I don't know if
good
my
takes.
shit takes been real shitty.
Real shitty.
No, I don't know if
Extra
I've had
shitty.
real extra shitty ones, but they've
Chuba
been
was
better
on
than
a
some.
big stage yesterday.
There was a lot of other stuff.
How about our defense? Our defense did real well.
Played strong.
Real well.
Played strong. I know, giving up 44 points, 45
But
points.
that
Yeah, but it
first
could've been way
drive that
worse.
Penn had 13,
13 plays. They had to go 13
plays.
We were driving to begin with. Homeboy got the ball punched out, and we were. Oh, it happens.
Yeah.
I get that, but
Yeah.
damn it, Nevada, UW won. So how about that? Anyway,
Dude, Colorado State's quarterback did look good in that game against UW. I watched part of that.
yeah, sure.
Okay, so let's get to the big upset.
Look good in a loss.
Yeah.
This one you were so sure of, Mr.
Well, I think
Downey.
everybody was sure, but I think
I wouldn't have taken Florida State if my life depended on it. Really,
as a
Like,
pod, are we wrong on Kalen DeBoer? I mean, they came out and they looked
flat.
and that's not the first time that this Alabama team under him's looked flat.
Agreed.
Multiple times last year, completely looked flat.
They didn't even make the 12-team playoff. Alabama couldn't make a 12-team playoff
You had
last year.
Florida State looking like the SEC team.
Promising.
Offensive line, defensive line dominating, running the ball down
Super
Alabama's
smart
throat.
quarterback, super smart quarterback, like that Castellano or Castillos or whatever the hell his name was. He was playing really smart. Got down when he needed to, threw when he needed to, and it turned into a shitstorm. It rained hella hard during the third quarter after they had just come back from halftime. And Florida State looked good, dude. Shout out to Norvell. He's got that team mid-season form week one. That's the kind of football I want to see.
And Bama needs to rethink the quarterback.
Yeah. Simpson was not. Ty Simpson, I know you've waited there. I know that it should have been your shot. He looked scared.
He was all over
He
the
looked
joint.
super scared.
He
super
looked
scared.
all over the joint with his throws.
He was nervous.
Yeah, you're not allowed to be nervous.
Ma, that doesn't matter in
He's-
sports.
Little guy's nervous.
Little
He's
guy's
a young
just out
man.
there just
on a
shaking in his wee
stage.
little boots.
And Williams had some drops. They didn't look like they were in.
Williams didn't look sharp at all either.
Well, they didn't look like they were even in any cohesionness in the whole offense.
Yeah.
The whole offense looked just off. So I'm kind of wondering. I'm hoping we're wrong, but I'm wondering if we're wrong.
You know
on
who's
DeBoer.
back being his OC, right?
Yeah, Grubb. Well, I can't call it. I mean, they were just so many missed plays by the quarterback and by the receivers. It just looked bad.
He's no Michael Penix Jr.
No, not a lot of people are Michael Penix Jr. Holmes.
Which, man, it's going to be I'm pulling for the Dirty Birds in the NFC South. It'd be cool. I didn't have them making the playoffs. We'll get into that here in a little bit.
Well, that's your bad.
It is. No, it is. It is because I had to put another bird in there. Let's go, Hawks.
Another Florida team beat Boise.
Dude, they
Another
smoked.
great
USF,
team.
yeah, absolutely
South
hammered them
Florida
on
beat
Friday.
Boise.
Well, but not even by a score. It was like 31-7, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
they hammered.
34.
34 to
It
7.
didn't look good. I caught part of the first part of that game, and Boise just didn't look
Scared.
good. And
They
South
looked
Florida
scared
looked
too.
like South Florida looked in
Dialed
form.
Yeah, it was
In
nice.
form.
Clean black unis too, bro.
Yeah,
Um,
looked good.
ladies and gentlemen, Utah might have a quarterback. I know
I
they
didn't
played
even watch that
UCLA,
game.
dude,
Oh, okay, that's who. Yeah, they
and
pound.
for
okay.
years, Utah's defense has been stellar,
prime.
and they've never been able to offense. Last night they put up
Didn't
like 34
Didn't
points,
they average
dude.
like 12.3
Yeah.
points last year or
Yeah.
some shit like that? It
and
was under
they gave up
tutties.
18.
Oh Lord,
Dude, you don't even give up 20, dude.
that breaks my heart.
So Utah might have a quarterback. Big 12. Look out. We didn't pick Utah.
We didn't.
Nobody picked
It's
Utah
because I
here.
haven't had faith in Utah. In
Well, they have
so
no
many years.
offense. What are you going to do with no offense?
You got no offense.
What are you
You got
going to
no
do?
new offense. You got no old offense. You got no offense.
So
12.3.
yeah. So if they have an offense, Big 12 look out. They could make a run
Sure,
in that Big 12.
sure.
The Big 12 might be one of the most
Is open.
interesting
Of course,
divisions
it's wide
in football.
open. If you like football for football's sake, because you don't necessarily, it's going to be the league of parity from top to bottom. You're not going to be able to
Well, I
know
think
week to week.
So I think that's like the thing. Like the Florida State coming out and whooping up. You've now gotten transfers, and now it's making transfers work. But then it's also teams that have transfers that transfers aren't working. You know, we for LSU Clemson yesterday night game supposed to be off the hook. Clemson's receivers, once the main dude went down, their receivers looked like they were running the wrong routes every time out. Maybe that the guy that took over for him wasn't running. They looked so off, and then Cade had to do a lot on his running the ball. Again, Arch Manning, Cade's going to run it. Well, Cade doesn't need to run it and get hit as much as he does because your receivers, he's throwing balls and the announcers are going, wow, looked like the receiver's going 12 yards or 10 yards. And Cade was throwing it for 12 yards. And you can see the Dabo's throwing his hands up looking. Receiver coach is talking to the receivers every time they come over. It just looked so
discombobulated.
Yeah, and
disjointed.
That's a lot of these teams. We expected Clemson LSU to be 34-27. Nussmeier looked okay, but they still look discombobulated too.
They like the win. They haven't won in like 5 straight opening game seasons. So that's a huge for Brian Kelly. He is sleeping good. He doesn't care if it was 13-12. Like
he was on our college football hot seat.
He had to have been. And the fact that he came out and beat a number 4 team, it was at home, but still, like you got to start him out somewhere, and he needed that. He needed that bad.
There wasn't one Heisman hopeful
that did anything decent. No. All of the numbers came from guys that had no hype to begin with.
Great. Nussmeier played a little bit better.
Schmee. Arch bad.
Looked bad.
They finally opened him. He had 39 yards passing into the third quarter.
That's what I'm saying. It was such a bad.
He ended up close to 200 because they had to open him up, and he finally started throwing.
And then some of those balls were good.
Not bad.
Lay in the pocket, driving the ball down the field. But where was that in the first part? Was he so nervous, so jacked up that the 30%
Ohio State's going to be the new number 1, right? Like because number 2 was Penn State. They played a cupcaker technically in Nevada.
Yeah. And then Clemson will fall a little bit. Florida State will be in the rank. Bama's going to fall.
Florida State better.
They'll be 25. Boise State lost, so Florida State will be at least 25.
They got it. I feel like the way they played number 8 was.
Everybody else played cupcake. USC won by like 73 something. There was another team that had like 63 points.
Outside of we get.
Oh, and I told you K-State better watch out.
They almost got clipped by North Dakota. They almost got clipped by North Carolina. It was like a 3-point game.
They had a score at the end of the game with like a minute left, I think, to win that game, dude.
So today, as we record this pod, Sunday, we get a killer matchup of Notre Dame versus Miami. I believe the kick is 4:30.
It's going to be another one of those 2 new quarterbacks in the systems. But we know Notre Dame's defense is going to be elite. It's what is Miami going to do? I'm kind of wondering if I would take Notre Dame in this game. I don't know what the point spread is, but overall, getting the dub, give me Notre Dame on the dub.
Well, I think that there's a little bit more continuity. Once again, this is Carson Beck coming in for his first game. Miami actually lost a surprising amount to the draft over the last year. Like so did Notre Dame,
tight ends.
Right? But offensively, they're going to be very different. Yes, we all love Marcus Freeman as a head coach. He's elite. Notre Dame should win this game. Miami can, but I think Notre Dame should.
It's going to be interesting. Carson Beck, what does that look like?
Alabama should have beat Florida State, though. So,
is Carson Beck going to look like Carson Beck that we saw in second half of Georgia games?
Well, what was super
smart? Or is he going to
smart,
look like the Carson Beck in the first half?
What I do think was super smart is he moved the portal instantly. As soon as it was open, he moved. So he's been in Miami now for as long as a transfer technically could have, right?
If I was him, though, it's kind of a weird spot for him to transfer, honestly. I would have looked at going to Oregon. I would have looked at going somewhere where I had a coach or an offensive coordinator that Cam Ward's just a stud. But I would have went somewhere.
I'm curious to see what happens with him.
I would have went somewhere where I would have had more of a quarterback genius coaching me to get me that next step in my evolution to get to the NFL. Because he was so 50-50 last year. He was like 25-75. You'd see a quarter out of Carson Beck and be like, that's what they were talking about when they talked about like a top pick.
Sure.
And then you see 3/4 of where in the fuck's he throwing that fucking football?
Boo. Yeah.
We got Notre Dame by 2.5.
Is the I take the line? That.
I take the line. I
Okay.
take that.
So 3 a field goal.
Johnny's there.
Yeah, that's right.
Johnny.
Shout out to 2x4, bro.
2x4 is at that game.
Yeah, he's gonna have a wild time.
Convicts versus felons, or Christians
versus convicts.
Catholics versus convicts.
That's what they called it back in the day.
Convicts versus felons.
That's the kind of game we need. That's Miami versus Florida State.
That's Miami versus Florida.
Yeah, that Urban Meyer team had like 60% of their team arrested at one point.
That's why we have Urban Meyer up.
He's just a shit lister. He's probably a perma shit lister, dude. I don't know what he could ever do to redeem himself.
He would just have to go off the air.
Sure.
If he left Big Noon, we'd have to wipe him off.
Right.
But until he keeps making these stupid statements like saying John Harbaugh should be or Jim should be suspended in the
NFL, yeah.
You can go pound sand, brother. You were like sticking up for dudes that were beating their wives. I don't want to hear it.
Aside from that, you alone are just your track record doesn't scream choir boy. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No,
like,
smacking waitresses' butts and trying,
not flying back with the team, kicking your kicker because he wasn't making practice field goals. Like, what? No, dude, unacceptable. He only coached 8 games in the pros or some shit. They fired him mid-season.
Ruined Trevor Lawrence.
That's a big if, dude. I don't think Peterson. They didn't fire Peterson, did they? Is he coming back for another? No, they have Cohen. That's right. No, I'm sorry.
His ass
That's right.
Too. He can come. His offense looked the exact same.
That's what we're about to get is fucking Liam Cohen. That's right. Okay. Well,
any other games that you peeped that you saw something you were like, oh man, that was cool. Like I saw Utah that looked nice.
I watched a little bit. We got a little bit of the Syracuse. They got beat by, oh, God, who was it that was playing them pretty well? It was the Orange. Oh, Tennessee. Tennessee looks pretty good against Syracuse. That
without Nico. Nico got his
struggle.
Nico got his ass handed to him.
Yeah, because he might not be the dude he thinks he is.
UCLA does not have talent. He looked
not
good.
The way Tennessee does. The
part of the game I caught with him, he looked good running the ball. He throws the ball with some force, but there's not. Dude, you should just stay to Tennessee, bro.
Yeah,
that's a miss.
Even for a little less money.
That's a common sense right there.
If we've ever shout out to that. No, I call back to that because I agree with that wholeheartedly.
We should bring that segment back.
We do. Well, here's down. Let us know in the comment section some of your common sense from fucking week 1 that you've seen.
Nico,
college football,
whatever his last name is, he fucking should have stayed at Tennessee. That's a huge miss, bro. You're talking first round draft pick coming out of Tennessee compared to probably a third round out of UCLA.
You sacrifice $1 million or whatever to stay at the elite program.
And
it's
the
an
grass
SEC
isn't
program.
Always greener. That's what I like to say.
Most of the time it never is.
I don't disagree with that. No, yeah, it's dead on the other side of the fence. Why do you think the fence is there? Why do you think the fence is there?
There is an illusion spell. It's an illusion spell. And as soon as you cross the illusion, you see how shitty it is.
Yeah, it's just because the acceptance of reality can be very different. And the way you paint the picture versus what it's the Monet, right? Mm-hmm. What they say from far away, it's like, oh, this is a beautiful fucking painting. Then you get up on it, and it's just scratches.
It looks like Grayson did it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, okay, they're very famous stuff, but like literally, that's what they.
Dude, I could have been a painter back in the day, dude.
You could still be a painter.
This is a down A.
We're selling that shit.
This is a down A.
$1.2 million from Mr. Down A.
Down A. You got to say it.
Down A.
Otherwise, it don't work, dude. Otherwise, you can't make millions if you don't have like a fucking. Oh, you don't have some weird saying.
That's so good. I love that so much. We're gonna put Down A posters all around. We're gonna replace our beer merch.
Get you painting, Mr. Down A.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, get me painting some characters up.
But no, it is very much the case.
Called the Mona Lisa.
That I think Nico, we'll call him.
Nico, yeah, isn't it love it? Isn't it an L?
I thought it was an I.
Is it love it? Something like that.
Imama Leva,
that might be it.
Imama, something around there. I'm sorry. That's why I said I, because I didn't want to disrespect his name. But dude, you whiffed. Not that UCLA can't be a good program, but
is it an I?
I am Mama Leva.
Yeah. I am Mama Leva. Yeah.
I am Mama Leva.
There you go.
Yeah, he missed. Going to UCLA is a miss.
I mean,
and you didn't go play for like a Lincoln Riley. You went and played for Deshaun Foster, who
because Chip Kelly just got called up to the pros.
Yeah, and he wasn't even there. He was an OC at Ohio State.
Oh, that's right. He'd already moved off.
They fired freaking Bieniemy. The guy that everybody was so mad that he wasn't getting offensive coordinator because he wasn't a white guy. Well, guess what? He can't fucking call plays.
He went down to college and did a boo-boo.
Andy Reid was calling all those plays the whole time, dude.
They knew that, too.
That's why nobody signed him.
That's why they let him go to college.
And then he got fired at UCLA.
You better go read, son. You got to go back to college.
You got to go back to college, bro.
Come on, brother. We got to get them B's to A's, C's to B's. C's get degrees.
We're going to have a great season. We can't You can't pick everything after this first week of these.
You don't want to make the knee-jerk
nervous
reaction. It's a great call, Kai, because the knee-jerk reaction, as you turn on sports radio on Monday, you're going to hear some crazy takes.
Well, now you're not BCS mode. You can lose.
You can lose one.
These bigger teams can lose 3.
3? Ooh, I don't know about 3.
I think
two, but I don't know about 3.
I think 3 is going to make some of these bigger teams in still, because you're still going to have I think we are going to start seeing in a line where we have more records that are the same, and we're going to be fighting over the Bamas, South Carolinas, that aren't making it with 3 losses.
You got to go with the quality wins then, right?
Right.
I suppose,
and that's why taking in strength of schedule is part of it. And I think it's bullshit. I think it's bullshit that these teams. Nevada should be the lowest way you go. You shouldn't be able to play McNeese State and, Krappenberg State, and I got to go to the bathroom, UTech, and wherever else.
TMCC.
Yeah, we got to be playing teams that are actually
Grand Canyon's getting into the Pac-12 next year, right? Didn't we read that? I think that's what we read. They're in the Mountain West. I'm sorry.
The Mountain West.
They're filling the Mountain West because the Mountain West lost to the Pac-12.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but even still, Grand Canyon was originally started out as an online school.
Yeah, I'm gonna shave my beard and color my hair and go try out for their football team.
Get it, bro?
Yeah,
you might need to stretch a little bit. Make sure the back's a little warmed up.
I haven't stretched it back. Maybe
your back's a little.
I'll wear your jersey.
Fishnicked.
But yeah, I throw the ball farther than the saying, kid.
Oh my lord!
And we're thinking about all these teams that are because of NIL,
sure,
and the transfer portal.
Absolutely.
These boys haven't played together before.
That is great.
And so these
not a lot of continuity.
Yeah, they're not together teams.
Which is why 1v3 doesn't make a lot of sense.
Right.
Week 1.
I'm all down with it.
Right.
Sounds hype.
North Carolina
product was bad.
70 new players Monday night. TCU versus North Carolina. Billy's coaching. Billy Belichick. Dude, I saw that.
I want to see TCU
when they show.
Yeah.
When they show him and he's with her and she's got the silver dress on and she's looking. It looks. I have to look away. It's like she's looking into my soul, and I'm like, dude, she's like I don't know. She's creepy as fuck.
She's coaching the team.
She's a siren
Coach
for
Jordan.
sure.
She's creepy as. She's creepy.
She knew what she was doing. She knows what she's doing, and we're all letting it happen.
Oh, I'm not letting it happen.
We're just watching
North
it play out.
North Carolina's letting it happen.
North Carolina, come on and raise up.
Take your shirt off.
I'm interested to see what happens.
Oh, yeah. No, I wanted to see TCU win that game. I want to see Bill Belichick get ran out of town.
I'm kind of rooting for Billy.
Okay. Well, you're allowed to be wrong.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
There's not a lot of
Billy,
why.
blink twice if you're in trouble, brother.
Oh, dude, it's not him that's in trouble. It's that program. I don't know what he be doing.
I know. What happens if they come out and they just the most they don't make mistakes and they play good football because he's a good coach. They could be a good team.
Well, ACC's not really.
Right.
Their gauntlet will not be that tough to get through. I mean, I don't know if they go up against Clemson or Miami or there's a couple of pitfalls. But
and now this Florida State team that we got to start looking at.
Yeah,
we kind of thought they kind of sucked. They ran the ball.
They look like they belong.
They ran
the
ball.
They look like a playoff team.
Well, and their defensive line was elite. They're in the trenches is the most important
part
in college football. And they dominated football. On both sides of the trenches.
That's football 101. You win from the inside out is what they say. Which is funny because then the Bengals paid $97 billion to their wide receivers. Anyway, we'll get into the NFL here soon. I know. Don't worry. Joey B's going to make an appearance in this here pod under one of the...
Well, I think Trev's got him as one. Do you have him as the other?
I might. Mm-hmm.
I didn't do it because Trev did it.
You don't have to do it.
I'm gonna get a Wyoming jersey.
JJ.
I'm gonna get a Wyoming jersey, dude.
They're not easy to find, but I'm sure you could source one.
I'm gonna get that yellow one with the brown Wyoming.
Oh, trash! It's so loud.
I want to be loud.
Gross.
I don't care. I don't care about Kelsey and T Swizzy getting their engagement. It's all about Haley and JA, dude. That's a way better power couple. Way better power couple.
Word.
What do you think? I mean, JA's a quarterback. He's only a tight end.
Yeah, no,
I know it's the biggest pop star in the world, but Haley's singing and acting.
Yeah, I mean, look, I got no hate on the Swifties and all of those. She writes some good songs. Haley Steinfeld's a great actress. If you're telling me I'd rather marry Haley Steinfeld, if I'm being honest in that sense. So, that's what I think matters the most. So we're going to champion JA. Yeah.
We are champion JA for life.
Yeah.
You're not allowed. But you missed that bus, brother.
I did. And
I'm driving it.
Guess who drafted him in my other league? Yeah.
Did you?
I absolutely did.
Did you knew I was going to do that?
And for sure.
I thought I missed it. And then he kept falling. I go, oh my God, we get him.
You pulled, that was first quarterback pulled.
I was. And I was, because, the part of drafting that low in.
We're going to do a little fantasy. Let's do some fantasy right now.
You're 22 back.
Sure. No, absolutely.
So you're playing this game of, if you're first and last, you're kind of sitting in the exact same spot. You have to think about
one is a reach and one is right where you're supposed to be always,
because you're 20, dude. I'm 22 more picks. I'm going fuck.
Yeah,
that's why I
took Snake all the way back.
That's why I took Charbonnet.
Sure,
I took Charbonnet because
I knew you took him early. I was waiting for him to fall, and he
wasn't. I don't think he was going to fall to where I was next.
No, not next. Fuck no. I was going to take him, and it would have snaked back to me first.
And that was my pick over where you took McMillan, which maybe I should have took McMillan, but I was looking running back.
I got a little love coming from Mr. McMillan as well.
I got a little weakness in that, but yeah, fun draft.
Honestly, you guys, fantasy, I fought off fantasy forever because I was team over talent. But fantasy drafts are my favorite thing of probably about the fantasy year, honestly. Like making the playoffs is dope.
When your team sucks most of the time, like this team, fantasy stuff gives you like
other avenues to enjoy a lot of other football.
Well, and that's why I like players a lot more than teams. I've become more of the player person than a
I don't know, because I think Vegas is. We're
gonna see, Charlie. Zach is switching some shit up. Crack, because my knuckles don't crack.
Because my knuckles don't pop. They wiggle.
They actually they're a little bit swollen today. I'm a little swollen.
Oh, they do. They do. Yeah, painting cabinets, bro. Look at my hands versus
these hands are swollen.
Those are man hands. Getting it done.
It's just a fun. It's picking at like 6 is the perfect spot.
That's where it was my first draft, and I killed it.
You're very even. Every pick's the exact same pick away.
One down, up, down,
basically.
Up, yeah. The snake runs even. Yeah, it's true.
The
ends. I've had really good drafts, but you have to make sure that your reach pick hits.
You have to pick differently.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. You get one that's going to be appropriate, and then there's one that you're like, there's no way this guy's making it back to me.
So Trev's behind me.
Right.
Very first pick.
Okay.
Comes out. Amon St. Brown and Brian Thomas are right there.
Right. You're only going to get one of the two of those.
Right.
He's going to snag the other one.
There's Genty and Josh Jacobs.
Okay. So I can't believe you didn't take Genty then. Oh, because you couldn't get him first. You had to take a receiver.
I was like, dude, I got to go with St. Amara has been hella good for years.
So he hit Thomas and Genty back to back.
And I went
Josh Jacobs on
and he would have and he probably would have done the exact same thing, I'm guessing, if I would have went that way.
If you would have taken Genty, he would have taken
Amaron, and then I would have went Brian Thomas,
right,
and then he would have went Jacobs.
Or he could have stolen both of those receivers and gotten Thomas and Amaron. That would have been nasty.
And at one point, I was thinking, dude, am I going to get a shot to take Derrick Henry and then either Genty or but then Derrick went because he kept falling
a little bit,
and then somebody took him only a couple spots before me, and I was like, holy shit, am I going to be able to pull off this crazy? And then I started thinking like you. Do I go – because you went 2 receiver first, so then I'm thinking, I go Brown and something else?
It just fell that way, dude.
Chucky went I went rookies last year. You went rookies this year.
I went heavy rookies. I drafted 4. Omarion Hampton, Travion Henderson, Tedoroto McMillan, and Matthew Golden. So 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers. And I think they all show promise.
We're going to take a break, get another fill up, and then we're going to come back with basically – we got to review our picks throughout all divisions. Trev gave us his. Kai's got hers. I think I actually have room to write Kai in on these 2.
Damn right.
And then my racer fell out, and then I think all my lead fell out.
Oh, no.
And then we're going to go MVPs, Coach of the Year.
The awards.
It's going to be super interesting.
Awards.
I knew Trev's picks going in, which affected some of my picks, and I tried not to let it because I didn't want to be on the same page.
I went all over the place. I don't think we're gonna align a whole lot. So
I made some other picks because of what Trev's picks were. Because me and him sometimes are on the exact same fucking wavelength of who we were picking. I saw his shit last week and went, dude, I'm like even.
Well, I mean, you got to call it how you feel it, though, bro.
So I changed some of it up.
Okay, well, if you're fine
we're
with
rocking.
that too.
If I got to rock a hat, I got to rock a hat. But it's for content, Chuck.
We love the content, and we love you. So we're going to be back with a freshie.
Welcome back to Balls and Brews. Cheers. Cheers, peeps.
Cheers,
At home
peeps.
and driving. Don't be drinking and driving.
And if you do, make sure you have a driver. Mango Cart, Golden Road.
That's an easy drinker.
It's really good, isn't it, Kai? That's really good. That's
Love
going
it.
to go down
It's
so
way
quick.
better on can than off tap,
4%
in my opinion.
out of, they say, Los Angeles and St. Louis right now. So
Yes.
is it potentially owned by Anheuser-Busch?
Yes.
Probably is. But they're not going to tell
But
us
isn't
that on the
isn't
can.
Anheuser-Busch owned by somebody else?
No, Anheuser-Busch is, that's the
big dog.
conglomerate. Yeah.
I guess you'd have to look it up.
Mango Cart, I have to say, has to be cold.
Yeah.
It gets warm and it is terrible. But we keep it ice cold and
Ice cold.
And I'm a bigger fan of it on
okay.
can because it's not as sweet. On tap, it's pretty sweet.
So it's a wheat ale with mango, and yeah, obviously Mango Cart. Like it does. It tastes very mango-y, which is why I like it a whole lot. And at 4%, it's gonna go down super fast. So that's gonna be my fault.
That it goes down so fast?
Yeah. I'm gonna drink that really quickly.
Yeah, I'll race you to
Same.
the bottom. After that, we got a 4-pack of a mix. Ciders coming up for 4 pods in a row, different ciders. It's kind of cool looking pack. Excited for it.
Oh, it's like a early Halloween issue as
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
rolling into September. But
September. All right, so we're going to go through our AFC picks.
great month.
I'm definitely switching more shit than
you thought?
Well, yeah, because
Okay, well, one per division is all I'm going to
Yep.
fucking give you.
I only have one per division. And it's
Okay.
not.
You have one for every division?
No,
Oh,
only
okay.
this AFC way more because I'm also doing a pick so that we're not the same.
All right, so we're also going to add Kai into
yep.
this as she sits here. So we're going to go ahead and give her the floor. We'll do the AFC East. You'll run through the East first, right? So 1 through 4.
So
for your
here.
AFC.
Let me run through what we have. And then
Okay.
Kai give us it. So
Okay.
Charlie is Bills 1, Pats 2, Jets 3, Dolphins 4.
Yeah, I like that. I still stay with that.
Just second.
Yeah.
I think and the only person that's different is actually we're both different. Trev and me are the same. Bills, Pats, Dolphins.
Right.
Jets.
Just flip 3-4.
So we're just
Flip
flipping
3-4.
3-4.
You did top 4 in each division.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
all
didn't
of them.
do top
You just did
4.
winner?
Bills.
Okay.
We're unanimous
Sure.
Bills,
Yeah.
and that AFC East is.
It's got to be. I mean, they have an
Gotta
easy
be
division. We'll get to it. I'm not switching anything there.
Okay. Next.
AFC North.
Okay.
This is where we get a little different, and I'm switching at one point to make it the same as Trev again.
Lay it on me. So then what's Chuck?
Chuck is Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Steelers.
Yep. Stand by it.
Zach and Trevor are both Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Browns. I just can't do it with the Browns. I tried to talk myself into putting them over the Steelers. I just can't do it. I think they're both going to be bad, but I don't think that. I think the Browns are going to be worse, and I think the Browns are going to end up being an Arizona, like when they went Rosen and then they went Murray. The Browns are drafting fucking one of the dudes. Why would you not? I think Browns are going to be bad.
I'm going Lone Wolf. I'm taking Bengals first.
Look at you.
Joe Burr.
I think Joey has something to prove this season.
I have his name written down on a very important award later.
I'm glad that I switched because all three of us were going to have the exact same. And I totally agree. The Bengals just the defense. I don't think he's done enough with the defense
because the Ravens still have an elite defense on top of Lamar Jackson with Derrick Henry. So
and you're getting likely.
I love that Bengals take though, Guy. I'm not. If it happens, I'm all for it.
I'm all for it.
Okay.
I just
Joey B is hungry.
Are we going to win in September with the Bengals? They're like one of the worst teams in September
because they hadn't played their starters. Zach Taylor finally kind of figured out the preseason format. Got Joe Burrow out there. They looked good. The execution was on point. They're going to have confidence going into week 1. They're like, all right, we've done this. Like we can go out and continue to do this. You know, that's so. But I mean, you got to go out and actually do it. Joe Burrow came out flat last year against the Patriots. They lost that game they shouldn't have lost. Like there were a couple of games that Joe Burrow didn't really, put the world on his shoulders the way that he should have. But this year, I think he's full chip, full ready to go. I think he's gonna just be a monster. So I like that take, Kai.
AFC South, I made the switch because we were going to be the same. So Trev and Chuck are both Texans, Jags, Colts, Titans.
Yeah, stay with that.
I went Jags, Texans, Colts, Titans. I'm going to ride my Trevor Lawrence and Lena Conan, and I'm going to take them over the top.
Oh, wow, you're moving up the number. Oh man, you better be wearing a hat.
Or you're wearing one.
Nope.
Go
Ain't gonna
ahead,
have it
Kai,
that
who
way.
you got?
Titans.
Touch. Whoa. Okay.
That's hot pick.
That is. You think Cam Ward's going to be the dude?
I think he's got it. I think Nashville is ready to just take them to the goal line.
Explode.
Yeah.
You think
Nashville's ready for a good team.
They are, but they're not. It's not going to happen.
I think that we'll see. You never know.
We'll see.
We're all 0-0.
There's still a lot of football to
You're
play.
damn right, Kai. 0-0 is the most faithful time of the season for sure. It's my favorite. Until we go 1-0 against the fucking Niners. Let's go, dude. Week 1, love it. You guys play Minnesota week 1. Opening Monday night. You get the opening Monday nighter.
Monday night game.
And the
Vikes.
Raiders play the who's?
Pats.
Really? You play the Patriots week 1?
Hopefully we're 1-0 too.
Interesting.
Absolutely.
In Allegiant, or do you have to go out to Foxborough?
I don't remember.
Fair.
In the West, I did change too because I just couldn't do it.
In the AFC West as well, you couldn't. Okay, because you put the Broncos.
I kept it there.
Okay. Oh, you flipped.
I told you I wasn't going to change that.
Let's go.
I told you I wasn't changing
So you're
that.
putting the Raiders at
Okay.
2?
Okay, so Charlie has Chiefs, Broncos, Chargers, Raiders.
Yep.
Trev has Chiefs, Broncos, Chargers, Raiders. Zach has Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers.
Okay. So where's the flip? You put Raiders over the Chargers.
Yep, I did.
Okay.
So I'm going to do something else.
So you put them as the 7th
I
overall
did.
season. I love you, Daddy. It's fine. You
I'm
can
probably
wear
wearing a hat.
You can wear
I'm
hats.
probably wearing a
You
hat.
can wear all the hats.
Who do you got,
Oh,
Kai?
shit.
Chiefs.
Hard to peel away until you see the true downfall.
Yeah, unless
They
Patty
went-
shows us something different. Chiefs.
We want to go 7 through 1 or 1 through 7?
7 through 1. No, 1 through 7. Because the division winners are going to be. We already know the division winners. It's going to be the wild cards that mean the most. So.
Okay, Charlie, who's your one?
Bills.
Me too. Let me pull up Trev's. I think Trev had Bills too. I think we're all in the consensus with the schedule they have, the team that they are.
They're going to take. They shouldn't. Even if they stay the same from last year, they're going to be I think they're going to be just fine.
I think it's our one unanimous across the board.
I don't know. I would bet that number 2 is pretty close.
Kai's going rogue on that.
Oh, I got Ravens. I got Baltimore.
too.
I got the Ravens.
Yeah.
I think that it's hard to.
I almost put the Ravens at 1, but I put the Ravens at 2.
Bengals.
Bang, yeah, that makes
well,
sense.
that makes sense.
With your prediction, yep, okay, I love it. I still have them making the playoffs, but no.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so 3.
3. I think we might be the same all at 3 with KC.
Yes.
I have the Broncos though, so
I that's flipped. So yeah. So I'm Chiefs
So you and Trev are not different
at all. So far that makes sense. We
Broncos is the first of the differing picks,
and then Kai was Chiefs as
Kai
well.
was Chiefs,
there you
yes.
go. Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay, so number 4, obviously I'm different because I have the Jags.
Tejas, Texans, Houston.
Titans.
Yeah, dude. Come on, Nashville. If that comes true, girl, Tyler Lockett went down there. I like Calvin Ridley. Tony Pollard could have a good year if Tajay Spears comes back healthy. Chiga Okonkwo. They got some pieces. Will Levis wasn't the dude. If Cam Ward's the dude, it could be different. They still have Jeffrey Simmons on the defensive end. I don't think
tackle.
Quandre Diggs is there as a safety.
They got to have block. They have one of the worst offense lines in the league last couple years.
Well, yeah, and also Will Levis held onto the ball way too long. Anyway,
number
love that
5.
love that Titans pick.
Charlie, number 5.
Bengals. I think they're because they don't win the AFC North. They're the best 2 seed, second in their division.
Trev went Denver Broncos.
Okay.
Zach went Bengals, I'm pretty sure. Oh, Zach went Chiefs because I hadn't have the Chiefs winning.
That's right. Because you had the Broncos.
And Kai, who you have at 5, first wild card.
Ravens.
Good pick. Well, that would make sense because if you have the Bengals,
flip-flop the Bengals.
if you have the Bengals there, yeah.
Yep.
Charlie 6.
The Broncos. Yeah.
Who do you? Trev has. I think he has. Let me look again. It keeps closing. Trev has the Chargers at 6.
Okay. Dude, me and him are close, bro.
Okay.
I have the Bengals at 6.
And I have the Chargers.
Kai's got Chargers at 6. At 7, the fateful 7.
That's where I have the Chargers. I have 3 getting in from the AFC West. I mulled over. I do not have the faith in the Jags. I do not have the faith in the Pats.
Trev has the Bengals.
That makes sense. That he hadn't yet.
And then I have the Raiders.
So we have...
Hold on, Kai. So
right.
Who's your 7? Kai.
Chargers.
You got Chargers 6.
Yes, correct.
Oh, then I can't do that.
Right.
Broncos.
A lot of AFC West
Makes
teams.
sense. There is.
I have the most difference, so.
Yeah, no, Trevor and I have the same exact people, just in different spots.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
We'll see. Somebody's wearing a hat. Maybe me. Good content, though. Good content
good
being
shit.
different.
All right, so AFC, yeah, dude, we all have the Bills, though.
Who's your AFC winners going into the Super Bowl from the AFC?
Bills.
Or who's Bills, too? I'm Bills. I can't.
No, we're going to say if Joey B gets in at number 5, the Bengals make it back to the Super Bowl.
Really?
Yes.
Hold on.
I want Lamar to be there, but I just don't think he can do it. I don't have.
How you said
Mahomes
Bills?
can do it. Oh, let me,
Yeah.
dude. I'm keeping my finger on the piece.
Okay, I'll erase it. Trev
Give me
said Bills to just let you know.
Give me the
I
Ravens.
love that.
Give me the Ravens.
Okay, I like
Come
that.
on, give me the Ravens. I think it's a more complete team.
Yeah, you got to start champion that.
Yeah, I do. Give me the Ravens. Give me the Ravens.
Okay. NFC takes.
Numero uno.
Let's take it.
NFC East, we're all the same, and I'm not changing to make anything different.
Eagles?
Eagles, Commanders, Cowboys, Giants.
Yeah, easy. That one's like as easy as it pretty much gets. Although the Commanders and the Cowboys could, in theory, flip-flop if Jaden Daniels has a slump. Because Dak is healthy. Like, I understand that he's kind of middle of the road, but, like, he can throw, man. He can throw.
NFC North, this is where it gets interesting.
Sure. There's a flip-flop from Trev. I know that much.
So NFC North, Charlie's going Lions, Packers, Bears, Vikings.
I stay by that. Yeah.
Trev is now going Lions, Packers.
Yeah.
And then the Bears last.
Vikings, Bears?
Yep.
Okay. That's all right.
And Zach is not changing because he already has Packers, Lions, Vikings, Bears. Kai?
I did write down 4 for this one. Lions, Bears, Packers, Vikings.
Okay.
And
It's a Chuck lineup right there. So I put the Bears at 3 as well. I love that.
I want to move them up. But
I know. The homer's always a little tough.
Yeah.
But you're allowed to have it. You can put them wherever you want, girl. It's 0-0. Faith is at an all-time high right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Love it. It's
Absolutely.
the
We
best.
got a lot of faith. We got Ben Johnson coming in.
That's right.
We're excited for a good season.
NFC South, Chuck and Trev are saying Bucks, Falcons, Panthers, Saints. Zach's different with Falcons, Bucks, Panthers, Saints.
Falcons.
Like it. Dirty Birds.
I
Go
wrote
Michael
3.
Penix.
Falcons, Bucks, Panthers.
Yeah, because the Saints are without a shadow of a doubt number 4. Like
So that's the mod I have. Good job, Kai.
Thanks, man.
And I actually have to change my picks here. That's going to be interesting. NFC West, Charlie has Rams, Seahawks, Niners, Cardinals along with me. We both have that lineup. And Trev has Rams and Niners, Seahawks, Cardinals.
Yeah.
Kai?
Do what you need to do, Kai. You don't have to look at me.
I'm taking one, Charlie.
Yeah? What do you think?
Seahawks.
Let's go.
Seahawks,
Let's
Rams,
go.
Niners, Cardinals. I know. I think you and my husband have a side bet on the Seahawks.
We sure do.
situation.
Yeah. We 1,000,000%. Yeah.
Pizza Baron bet.
Yeah, we were talking about that just yesterday.
Yeah.
Trevor actually did make a change.
On the NFC West? Did he put the Seahawks last?
No, he has the Niners winning the division.
Hey.
Because
No faith in
He
Stafford.
has Philly, Detroit, Tampa, San Francisco. So I got to change that. So no, I don't know where I'm going to just move the Rams to 2, I guess.
Yeah,
for
if
now.
he still has the Rams making the playoffs, then
No, he doesn't have the Rams making the playoffs.
doesn't.
So I don't know where he puts the Rams. I didn't see an update on that. So I will. We'll let him have a redact next week.
We'll explain the redux.
If the Seahawks are at 2 or not, we'll give him that. Kai, what were you again? Sorry, I was reading.
Seahawks, Rams, Niners, Cardinals.
Whoop whoop.
I'm going to be the one Seahawker.
Damn right.
I love Charlie. I love the
Charlie
C.
And the Hawks. Woo!
I'm going to give you one, Charlie. I'm going to run with it.
All right,
Once
Charlie.
again, we have a roster that can go 6-11 or 11-6, and I better hope for 11-6. Otherwise, I'm coming out the pocket.
All right, Charlie. Number 1 in
The Eagles. Yeah, I think still claim the number 1 seed in the NFC.
Co-signed.
Yeah, I think everybody's Eagles.
They just have the best roster in the NFC, bar none, and they're pretty much running it back outside of a
they
few
didn't
things.
lose anybody.
It's pretty crazy. Number 2. How do you do?
How do you do? What do you got?
You ready for this? This might
Shoot.
shake a little dude.
Shake it, Charlie. Shake
The
it. Shake.
Buccaneers.
Oh
winning
shit,
the NFC
Chuck! I
South.
love it.
Because I think Baker Mayfield is going to have. He had himself a stellar year last year. There's more continuity there. There's more faith. I think that team is going to light it the fuck up.
Trev as Detroit Lions at
Same.
2.
I'm with Trev.
Okay.
All right, my 2 is the Rams.
Okay. That makes sense to me.
Number 3, Charlie.
I have the Rams. Steals.
Trev has, I think, whoever he has winning I think he has the Falcons. Hold on. Tampa Bay. He has Tampa Bay.
That's
so he
right,
took
because he doesn't have the Falcons. But he has the Bucks.
yep.
Yeah, there you go.
So Trev has Bucks at 3.
Co-signed.
Oh, look at that. I have the Packers at 3.
Bro.
Lions at 4, because they're my last division winner.
Trev has the Niners at 4. I have the Falcons at 4.
Bears, baby.
You didn't have them winning the NFC North, though.
I know.
It's got to be the Seahawks.
It's got to be the winner of the division for the first 1 through 4.
Okay.
So it's got to be Seahawks.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Number 5.
The Packers. Yeah,
Bro.
the Packers. I know. I moved them up. That Micah Parsons trade could
It's the best. Trev has the Commanders at 5.
Okay.
I have the Lions at 5.
Can I put the Commanders at 5?
You can.
Sure can.
Thanks, man.
6 for Charlie.
That's where the Commanders fall for me.
Trev has Vikings at 5. Or 6, sorry. I have the Vikings at 6 as well.
Can I put 49ers?
Sure.
Thanks.
You want Rams, you mean? Because you have the Rams finishing over them in the division.
Then yeah, that's what I mean.
That's right. That's exactly what you mean.
And then 7, Charlie.
Let's go. Let's
You're-
go.
Okay.
Let's go. We're going 11-6. I just have the Rams getting a game of, going against 12-5 technically.
Trev has the Falcons.
Okay. Other birds, more birds.
Zach has the Bucks.
Damn, dude, I have them at 2.
And Kai has the 49ers? Or
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The NFC West showing out.
Showing out. Who is everybody's champion in the NFC? Charlie, start with you, brother.
Golly, man. Dude, I'm gonna because I don't want to be like crazy wrong. It's gonna be the Eagles. So it's gonna be a bird bowl. Ravens versus Eagles. I think that there's a couple of teams that could take them down, but if it goes the way it should, the Eagles should be back in the Super Bowl.
Eagles. Yeah, Eagles.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Damn. Not
I got
the
it
Bears.
circled
It's okay.
here.
It's just,
I know. I don't think we need another year.
yeah, it's true.
Caleb needs another year. Johnson needs another year.
Yeah. You got to get his, I don't think a rookie coach
has
won the Super
Philly
Bowl.
as well.
So he's Bills Philly?
Yep.
Okay. And you are? Bum, bum, bum.
Who do you think?
The Rams.
I am Bills Rams. It was almost Bills Packers.
Bills Rams.
I'm Sean McVay and my guy Matt Stafford all the way to the Super Bowl. They should have beat the. They should have
Bills Rams would be a pretty good matchup.
They should have
dude.
beat the Philadelphia last year. That guard picks up that blitzer. That touchdown wins that game on that throw that Stafford's about to hit the tight end. We're Bills. It's Rams and Super Bowl last year. So that's where I'm at.
Dude, we are so close to week 1. Thursday, you guys. It's literally days away. And then we get opener is Philly.
The weak Cowboys.
Who the fuck they playing in Brazil?
The weak ass Cowboys.
Oh, that's right.
Cowboys.
That's right. The weak ass
In Brazil.
Brazil. That'll be interesting, dude. Hopefully the field looks okay.
Do we want to call Super Bowl winners before we get into before we get to players, or we call Super Bowl last?
I think we call Super Bowl last. Let's
Okay.
do awards.
MVP, Charlie.
This is my boy, Icy Joe. Dude, too cool. Joe Burrow. Joe Cool. Getting it done. Finally getting the MVP.
Trev is the same.
Which
Same
is
way.
funny because I have him 5th team-wise, and I have him first wild card because I still think the Ravens are going to win that division and go to the Super Bowl.
I was going to write JB down, but then I saw that Trev did, so I didn't. I was going to do something else, and I didn't.
And what you did.
I'm going back to fucking back Josh Allen.
All right.
Sign me up, Zachary.
When's the last time we got a back-to-backer?
This time.
Have we ever had a back-to-back? We've had to have had a back-to-back MVP, right?
Peyton and Brett Favre, I think, both went back to back.
Okay.
I think
Peyton did.
I think Favre did too.
Okay.
Offensive Player of the Year, which I thought about changing, but did not on this. Who's your Offensive Player of the Year? Unless you say it.
I changed a couple of times. I originally, once again, I thought they don't normally go back-to-back quarterbacks because the MVP is pretty much always a quarterback. And because I was going to put Baker Mayfield. That's who I wanted to shout out here. I think he's going to have a huge year. But I put, in all actuality, getting it done in New York, Malik Neighbors.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. He was a stud last year. I think they're going to understand that if they're going to win anything, they got to throw his way. Plus, I picked him up in fantasy. So let's go.
Me and Trevor the same here. I couldn't go away. We both have Jamar Chase here. I went over a bunch of different people in my head and just couldn't.
Simply because he didn't get it last year.
Yeah.
He got triple
Yeah.
crowned and he didn't get it last
Yeah.
year, which is pretty crazy. I mean, Saquon did fucking deserve
Have a
it. dude.
deserving
Yeah,
year.
for sure.
Kai, you?
I'm going to say Saquon again.
Ooh.
It's not a bad pick.
It's not. It's not.
All right. I need to use the restroom, so after this pick, you guys can talk about the next ones, and I'll come back and write them down. Defensive Player of the Year.
Christian Gonzalez. Back-to-back.
Oh, look at that.
Back-to-back cornerbacks. They gave it to Pat Surtain last year, and I just think that if he stays healthy, he's an absolute animal of a prospect, and he'll play elite under Mike Vrabel.
Trevor and Nick Bosa.
Yeah, I sure did, didn't he?
I am not going to do it. I'm not going to say Crosby.
Okay. You're going to say?
I am going with Parsons.
I'm going with Parsons, too.
Chip
I think
on
he's
his
coming.
shoulder,
Yeah,
Parsons.
coming out and having we're talking 20 sacks year up there in Green Bay. Micah's going off.
20.
Check out our new beers here. Kai has got a different one than me and Charlie.
We have a cider. She has a blonde ale.
This is our 4-pack that we're going to dive into. That's such a different mouthfeel than I was expecting.
Agreed. Because it's like
It's not as brisk or
crisp.
crisp.
Normally ciders snap at the end, right? And this has got like a really
it's
berry,
super mellow and very berry forward.
So it is berry bewitched hard cider by Angry Orchard. So it's gonna have apples, right? But it also has, so it just says hard cider. That's
just
funny.
Says hard cider.
Yeah, from an apple juice from concentrate. Oh, you can do better than that, Angry Orchard. Come on, y'all. Where were they out of?
It's definitely not what I was expecting. I was expecting way more of that. Like,
it's not tart at all.
No tart.
No tart.
And not crisp.
And not crisp. Not
I'd
bad,
like it on
drinkable.
ice.
Yeah, it'd be way better on
Drinkable.
ice.
Ew.
It'd be way better on
They
ice.
would get rid of that
Way
little
better.
thickness on
Correct.
the back.
It is a little
end.
thick.
Okay.
I agree.
Fuck.
I've never had a cider that's
Even the berry ones that we've had still kind of more crispy than that. It's full of body, is what we will say.
yeah, it's thick.
I'm gonna drink it and enjoy it. It's not a bad flavor, by any means.
Definitely different than I expected. Kai?
Sure.
I got the Salty Crew Blonde Ale Coronado. Very easy drinker. It's a boat beer.
Yeah, they're out of Colorado.
Yes, sir.
It is an easy drinker. I had a little taste of it. It was easy drinking.
Yeah, they foregone the code.
No, Coronado. California Coronado.
Oh, my bad. Well, then
Try it.
I gotta eat a bag for that one too.
No, it's okay. Get on a boat. Drink that beer.
That'll be a nice one to have rotated back in.
Easy breakfast beer.
Oh, for sure.
That's really good.
That is nice. That would pair well with some eggs.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really
Toast.
good blonde ale. It's
Over
a good
medium.
It's a good.
That's my favorite way too.
I'm
For
over
sure.
hard.
No, I like a little run.
I want 0 run. I just want to know they cooked it. I just don't want it fucking scrambled. We know about my egg fucking.
Oh, your egg habit.
My egg phobia.
phobia. All right.
Mhm.
So we've done MVP, offensive player, and defensive player. So
Right.
let's get into offensive rookie of the year. And I haven't swayed, and I will not sway. Who's
So
yours?
you tell me.
I
then,
am
mister.
Ashton Genty, and
Oh.
Trev stole my pick. That son of a bitch.
I'm with you. Ooh. I'm with you, ZGD. We're throwing those Raiders a bone. It's got to be Ashton.
Are you doing it too, Chuck?
Nope.
Are you going to Marion?
Nope.
Ooh, I like to see where you're going then.
Tet McMillan.
Oh,
He's
that a
gonna
boy.
He's going to get peppered with targets from Bryce Young. He's going to be the only motherfucker he can see. That guy's out there 6'5", running over the middle.
I'm really interested in his progression.
Agreed. I think if Bryce can take a step forward and Leggett is a good receiver too.
Yeah, well, and they've built this offense to be 2 big dudes.
Yeah, big dude for sure. Legette's not a small cookie.
He's
dude.
6'4", he's a jumper.
Yeah.
So very interested how they built this offense. Running back wise, Brooks I thought was a home run. He got hurt
He's
again.
been way hurt.
So
way hurt. He's played 2 games, I think.
They drafted
They
somebody
did
this year
because they have Chuba. They have Chuba Hubbard.
Yeah,
He's good, dude. He got over $1,000
He's
last
good.
year.
We
And
say
then
for
they
every
drafted.
team.
Who else was it?
We say for every team.
Who
You
else
gotta have
was
an
it?
offensive line.
They had another. I forget their third back there that they actually made work for a little bit. But no, Tet McMillan overall I think is going to have a hell of a year.
Defensive rookie of the year. I've wobbled and
You weebled and wobbled.
dude all over the joint.
Okay.
All over the joint.
And
on this one.
where'd you rest?
Carson Swessenberg, linebacker. Swessinger, linebacker for the Browns.
Out of
Okay.
here!
Okay.
Wow, you think he's just
Okay.
going to go Bobby Wagner and have like 100?
He's going to be the D'Amico Ryans where they have like 150 tackles because you have. I thought about Mason Graham, but defensive tackles don't get enough sacks.
Sure.
And they don't get enough tackles. They assist on everything. They do more that's not in the stat book, right?
Sure.
You have Myles Garrett on the outside.
Right.
He is not going to have dudes coming up and getting on him. He is going to have, and he's the starting middle linebacker for them. He's going to have 150, 175 tackles. Guy's a stud. I thought about going who Trev went with a dual Carter. I don't know how you're rotating that playing game in. That's who you went with too.
Yep.
I just don't know. I know you got a lot of
That front
dudes.
is so nasty.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly. He's only got to clean up 6 or 7 sacks to be in consideration is what I'm saying. It's a rookie award, so you don't have to be like the 15, 17 sack to get it.
But then you get the Jalen Walkers. But if he's rotating between sacks and middle linebacker, does he get enough
Michael
tackles?
Williams could fucking have himself a year. No, there's some dudes. I've heard good things even about James Pierce in Atlanta, even though they were saying he was potentially a project.
Yep. Me too.
I mean, I love going linebacker.
Carter?
Though. I am. I just think that he is set up for success. You have 3 other pieces with Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence, and who's their other edge? Brian Burns. My God, yeah, dude. Listen to that lineup, dude.
Well, and that's why I didn't like I want.
Maybe he's not on the field a lot. Is kind of what you're thinking. That
yeah.
he's okay. He's very much a rotational piece. He could be. It could work out that way.
And that's why Mike Green wasn't a guy I went with.
Okay. That's why he got drafted in the second round, right?
Round by Baltimore.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Was Baltimore? He went to Baltimore. Oh my god.
It's hard to pick anybody but edges and linebackers because corners you got to hope that they can shut down and defense tackles don't get enough. It's got to be edge or linebacker really. Corners got to shell out. You got to shell out sauce and shit to get rookie of the year for corner. And it's hard against
time. Hard. Picks, tackles. You have to have a low completion percentage against you. Yeah. It's a thing. The metrics are tough. It's hard to play cornerback. Period, dude. That's a hell of a position.
When it also gets who you match up with, who's in your division. Like if you go into a division with a couple receivers that are legit.
That's why it's huge that fucking Sutton got it done in the AFC West, where you got fucking slingers all over the place. Now you only have LA.
Sutton. He's a receiver.
I'm sorry, Surtain.
Kai, defensive rookie of the year.
We're gonna go crazy with Travis Hunter with the Jags.
He's gonna win it as a cornerback. Is that what he's gonna play mostly as?
No,
he's gonna play wide receiver.
That's what they should have done. I'm against that decision that they made.
Did they play him as a wide receiver?
Yeah, I think you should have played corner spring.
His body, I think his body's more built in the NFL for cornerback than it would be for a receiver. He's small as a receiver.
If you're going to play two ways, it makes most sense.
Right. Put him as the 4 or 5 guy in spread positions or whatever. Right. Yeah. Whatever. And then you play him as like your nickel, as your cornerback. Yeah. No, I think that you could get him on the field more. You're lessening his potential damage rate. Doing the hitting versus getting hit are very different.
Or even if he's an outside receiver.
Right. That's sure.
Not outside receiver. Outside corner. He can still play almost every cornerback snap and come in on downs as but because he's tall and lanky, he's a really good corner.
He's got hands. He's got good ball presence. Now, I think I was long in the NFL. You have to choose the side of the ball. Eventually, it will happen. If he does not pan out a wide receiver, they will try him at cornerback. A couple nicks
here and there, dude, and you're a little bit stiffer.
What if he wins both?
It would be crazy cool. It'd be one of the coolest things we've ever seen. I mean, we're all for greatness. We talked about in the pod. We are here for greatness. It would
be unprecedented, to say the least. It would be unfathomable in the NFL, dude. Do you think that you can win offensive and defensive rookie of the year?
Can you imagine?
It's not, because it's not like the one year where Khalil Mack went all pro as a DN and a linebacker, because that's still defense.
Correct.
Impressive. But none the fucking less. But that's not both sides of the ball. Correct. That's kind of... That is goo goo gaga. That is unfathomable kind of stuff for me to be fair.
Let's think about the unthinkable.
Nothing is impossible. Is nothing.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
It'd be insane. I would lose my mind.
It'd be hella cool.
It means he would have to have an elite year on both sides of the ball.
He'd have to have hella tutties.
Yeah, he'd have to have 10 to 12 tutties, and on the offensive end, and 4 to 7 on the defensive end.
He'll be so tired.
I would. I mean, I would be.
Comeback player of the year. Me and Trev have the same person.
It's the same guy. How could it not be?
Aiden Hutchinson. I don't know how.
No, I have CMC.
You have CMC. Yeah. I think. Wait, Trev went CMC too. Yeah. I went Aiden. Okay.
I love that you went Aiden. I hope that Aiden is that guy. I really do. I did. Yeah.
Me too. CMC.
I think. I don't. Yeah. I don't know if CMC's coming back all the way.
I do think Aiden will. I don't think you're wrong there. I don't think that's a bad take by any means.
I think Aiden's going to come back. Look at what he was before he got hurt.
Dude, he still had, he had been hurt for 2 weeks and still was leading the NFL in sacks.
Correct.
It took 3 weeks to overtake where he was at. And they made that defense a little
better. I think,
I'm not against it.
I think he's the next dude in that line of pass rushers with the Crosbys, Bosa's, Hendrickson. He's the guy that's outside Hendrickson, at 6 or 7, wherever that number is. We have a lot of elite. I think he's right there on the edge of the league.
I wouldn't disagree.
Coach of the year. I went Pete Carroll, boys and girls. And Trev went Kyle Shanahan. I think Shanahan's going to have a bad year. I think the Niners are going to be rough.
Killing me.
He's got them in the fucking playoffs, bud. So he's going to win in the division.
Oh, that's very true too. He's homering.
I think they're not going. I think they're going to struggle. I think Kyle's going to struggle. I think Kyle might be more on the outs than on the end at the end of the season.
If the AFC plays out the way that I'm looking at it, it's going to be if the Bucs get up to not Tony Dungy, I'm sorry. Todd Bowles is still the head coach.
They just have another offense coordinator for the third year in a row.
I know, I understand that. But looking at the way I have my playoffs play out,
are you calling it Todd Bowles?
No.
Oh.
I'm going to put Sean McDermott with the Bills taking the number 1
Look
seed
at
in
that.
the AFC.
I like that because we've been on his 6 forever.
I know, I get it, and I just think if he can go you got a back-to-back MVP in your book, and we all have the number 1 seed. Yeah, that's a hell of a coach.
I'm more saying it because J.A.'s coach, quarterback, killer, all the stuff.
All the stuff. He is all the stuff.
Top dog.
Yeah, he is.
Number 1. Not yet.
Thank you for coming back down to earth. I appreciate you.
I would love to put him at 1.
I know.
I love it. You can't.
I'm going to hometown my coach
You're going to Ben Johnson.
Johnson.
I know. I thought about just doing the Mike McDonald thing just to be so everybody's a homer. But I was like, I have the Seahawks at 7, and they're not winning the division.
I have the Raiders at 7, but that's because they're improving from being shitty to being a playoff team.
And you think that's enough to get Carroll the nod?
When everybody else is just kind of mediocre, when you have your quarterbacks doing all the work, yeah.
Okay.
Last but not least at all. So, Super Bowl, Chuck has Ravens Eagles, Trev has Bills Eagles, Zach has Bills Rams, and Kai has Bills Eagles. Chuck, I will start with you. Who is holding the Lombardi Trophy this year?
It's really hard to go back to back.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna. I might. They are terrible in the playoffs. I know, but there's got to be this.
Don't do it.
Ravens.
Oh, thank God.
Ravens.
I forgot you didn't have him there. Me and Trevor are the exact same. We have the Bills.
What did you think I was going to say? You didn't want? I thought you wanted me to take the Eagles.
I forgot you didn't have the Bills.
I don't have the Bills.
I know, and I thought you were going to take the Bills. I don't know why I thought you had the Bills.
Well, you don't want me. Oh, you don't want.
I don't
all
want
three
you on
of
my
us.
boat. Yeah. Well, no, and I don't want all 3 of us.
I'm a bird gang right now in the. In the Super
Ravens, Eagles or Bills there, Kai?
Bills. I'm going to watch Josh Allen hold up that trophy.
3 Bills. Hey,
I'm going to watch him hold the trophy in one hand and hold Haley in the other.
I just don't have them in the Super Bowl.
Central Valley, Wyoming boy. I love it.
Not a shot for me.
It's all good, bro. You don't have to board my train.
Look,
the winner's circle.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Kai, I appreciate you. She's over here putting in work, dude, and that salty crew going down real nice. I gotta do some drinking. I've been just talking.
Well, we got it finalized. We got a lot of hat bets coming up. We might have a hat bet actually going into week 1. I got to text Trev. I think we should just make it a hat bet on pod.
You guys, so
winner has to wear each other's hat next week.
Here's what's going to happen too, betting wise, is week 1 is starting Thursday. We traditionally don't bet the Thursday game, so
unless we love it.
We'll have a card in Sunday for week 1 before we launch our next pod. What we're going to do is we'll go over it. We'll have Trev bet it, and then we'll post it to X and Instagram over the week. Okay, so we're not going to have a live result right now as he's not here and we haven't really talked about it, but we are going to make sure that we have your card in for week 1. So based off of bro, we started out 3-0 last year. Okay, you guys. So maybe pay a little attention to us. Okay, give us a little love.
We would have won you money.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, if you would have bet with us all season, we would have taken you home a profit. We won more than we lost, and I like that feeling. That's what the Hawks need to do so that I can eat pizza for free. If not, I'm coming out the damn pocket.
And then starting next week, we're going to have a new segment at the end called Quarterback Picks. We're picking the best quarterback in every game, doing an experiment.
Based off of simply who we believe to be the best quarterback. No other metric. Just
on
the
our
starting
list.
Quarterback.
Yes.
I think that because we say it's a quarterback-driven league, so it'll be nice to see if the narrative is a little different or if it's always the dude.
So how many wins they get as the best quarterback, but also how many times they cover a spread too. We're just going to go by. We're not going to pick on spread when we start this segment. It's going to be just who the best quarterback is to win game.
But if they can.
And we're just going to go through it. We think it's a fun little experiment.
I think that there's going to be some real tough ones when you start getting into those 10.5s, 11s sometimes.
Well, that and
covering that spread is tough
because we're using our quarterback rankings that we have all done. It's on pod what we think. So we're using those rankings as our barometers And if we each have a guy that's 2 and then somebody else has a guy that's 3, then the person that 2 wins, which would be like a Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson pick, which may mean the Ravens.
It's got to be average.
Right. So which means the Ravens probably win that game, but 2 of us have Joe Burrow above Lamar. So just for example, we would have the Bengals beating the Ravens.
I'd have to eat that one. Yeah, for sure.
But that's how. But then there's some where me and Charlie have 2 over Trev's one.
Oh, for sure. No, Trev's way off on his quarterback rankings this year.
Well, at least it's
good content, as Dowdy likes to call it. GC, baby.
Well, it's not Trev's his first one. Dude, that pod never got released. Trev got heated in that pod.
You call back to that. I'm sorry. I deleted that one many, many moons ago. That was like in our first year of recording. We're in year 3. Did you know that?
Yeah.
We are officially in year 3. We're going to roll over to season 3. The next pod starts season 3.
Trev literally was getting hella mad, kept bringing up stats, and then I finally told him,
you were just like, I don't care. You're like, you could talk till you're blue in the face, and I still think Matt Stafford is better than Brock Purdy. Like, yeah. That was in your garage.
No, that was here.
Was that here?
That was here, and then he came back the next pod and apologized. He said he might have been a little too drunk for that pod.
Well, it happens. Oh, man. We had some good alcohol on this here pod.
Yeah, a lot of football. Good to have Kai back.
Absolutely. Thank you, Miss Lane.
Good to be back,
Absolutely.
you guys. Thank you for inviting me back.
Yeah,
always happy to be here, brother.
Yeah, no, it's good. Trev, we'll have you back next week, man. That'll be exciting for week 1. Oh, man, we're here.
And I'm just so excited this year, and I guess our fandom could be hat bets. I'm just excited for just the hat bets that are going to be incorporated into.
There's a lot. We got a lot of season running bets going on already.
But even just, I'm seeing some. Every week there could be a hat bet.
There's going to be sidebar bets for sure.
Like me and Chuck are going to be betting like Rams. Somebody like there's going to be stuff that goes down where me and Trevor bet because everybody's kind of got their like teams that they've kind of latched onto or players they've latched onto.
JA, baby.
Oh. All right. Well, check us out. X, Instagram, Buzzsprout, Spotify, YouTube. We're on all of it. Make sure you share, comment, like, subscribe, all the fun stuff. Right. That was Pod 106. Trev, be back for 107. We'll see you then.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.